Well, this is the best one. This is so good to bet this race. My boss is here, who's in charge of it. Just bet early and bet often. As with the Breeders' Cup, I mean, I only get one shot at it on Derby Day. I have 2 or 3 horses that I am very enamored with, and I have about 4 or 5 under because of the depth of this Derby that I'll use mostly in the 3rd and 4th place. I can see this momentum coming, and I think Gene talked about some of these rules that are going to be broken. I think the first one that's going to come crashing down is the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Jinx. I think that takes a header because there aren't too many nicer people in the game than Carl Navsker, and Street Sense, I think, has done everything right. Those who were at the Breeders' Cup seminar in the autumn may or may not recall how much I loved Street Sense coming into that race out of the Breeders' Futurity, where I thought he moved slightly early, and I could really see something involving, you know, based on the pedigree, that things were going to get better for him and Carl Navsker. And I've said this since the day one. I did think he was going to crush that field. He got the perfect trip at the inside. He won by 10, but I thought he laid over that field. His 2 races were, I don't think Carl Navsker, besides winning the photo finish, could ask for anything more. I think he's been handled perfectly. He drew lucky number 7 post position. I think this horse is the real deal. One of the things I like to look for in the Kentucky Derby is I find it hard to see this horse running poorly. I can't say that about Curlin. I mean, Curlin to me could be the real deal. I think he drew poorly inside. Street Sense, I just can't see running a poor race. He is my absolute key to this. But because I think he's going to get bet strongly in this race, probably to favoritism, I have to take the horse that I've already scored out on. Who is?
Tiago.
Yeah, thank you. He was my partner on Sandy Derby. I love Tiago that day. It's all about development. I said that day that the Sam P people did the wrong thing by putting blinkers on. The Tiago people did the right thing by taking blinkers off. If you haven't seen this so many times with horses with late run, you really wonder how some people get trainers' licenses to say that Sam P with the blinkers, it hurt you in the end. Well, it hurt him in a grade 1 in the Sandy Derby. They get him back. Tiago, I think, is coming into this race in a perfect way in today's day and age to still get a price on a horse that won a grade 1. Now, he's the half little brother to Giacomo, so everyone here knows that it isn't about sentimentality for me with Tiago. I just think he is a one-run closer like Circular Key, but I think he's a quality one-run closer who's getting better. And the other horse that I have a lot of fear with, I think the most dangerous horse in the race, is Any Given Saturday. His loss in the Wood Memorial is probably everything you want to see in a loss out of a tough race such as the Tampa Bay Derby. They're the 3 that I'm going to key. Obviously, one of them is going to be keyed by a lot of people. After that, I think there's the depth of this comes right out. Hard Spun, I think, is a very legitimate horse for me. No Biz Like Showbiz, only a small way because I've liked him since he debuted. Sam P, I think, will run much better than that horrible effort as the favorite in the Sandy Derby because Mr. Pletcher is taking blinkers off. Scat Daddy has always surprised me, but I'm going to be off him. Circular Key, he will be part of my underneath type plays, and I think Seth kind of agrees with me. We talked about this, I think, recently. I think Great Hunter, I didn't like his chances in the Bluegrass, but he got the race that I want. I feel sorry for the bettors that the stewards didn't claim foul that afternoon, but I think Doug O'Neill, in a 2-race scheme, got 2 race performances that he wants. So for me, it's Street Sense and Tiago, Any Given Saturday, keyed over horses like Great Hunter, Hard Spun, who I think will definitely run well, Sam P, who will run better, and No Biz Like Showbiz. Curlin will have to just show me, and I wouldn't be surprised if he runs lights out, but I'd be surprised if he hit the board.